Hey, welcome back. I have another video, and this one here is just going to be a really quick one. I saw this while I was doing the other video and thought this would be a really quick and neat thing to talk about because I like this a lot. So they've been doing a ton of anniversary related stuff in the last week or so. They've got 4, I think, painting videos up of how to do classic paint jobs or paint styles on modern minis, and those have been really cool to watch. It's nice seeing some really bright 90s looking paint jobs on these new models. Even though I love the grim dark, vibe that we've been getting since the late 90s and what they've done, I do actually find a lot of the new models, both in design and the way they present them, often have a more bright or like vibrant look anyways. So actually just using second edition and Rogue Trader era paint schemes is kind of nice because it's kind of acknowledging where that's all coming from, in my opinion anyways, and just really taking full advantage of the history of Warhammer and just saying, okay, we're going to run with this, we're going to paint up this stuff that's new as if it was old. They've continued that on here, at least with a battle report. I do believe you can watch the battle report on Warhammer Plus. I only have had a month of it, and I ditched it a couple of months ago and gone back to it. Maybe this will make me go back, because I think there's a couple of episodes of Interrogator I need to finish, and yeah, I might just grab it so I can watch the rest of the Interrogator show, which was quite good. Most of what was on there I wasn't really too impressed by. It was fine, but Interrogator's good, and this might be fun to watch. So yeah, it's a battle report, and this is a super old but like pretty well known battle report as I recall, and it's just to me it's something neat that I wish they were doing more of. So it's Crimson Fists versus Orcs, and it's the battle at the farm. This is like from like 87, it says, and it's just one of those. It's like in Warhammer Fantasy, the Maison Tel, I think it's called, battle, where it's like Bretonia versus the undead. No, Bretonia versus Skaven, and it's like kind of iconic. I think that's the same thing here. And yeah, they just talk about it and what it's going to be like, and then they tell you how it's going to use a game master, which was really common back then. You would you'd be playing, and then somebody else would be there. Maybe they're playing their own game, but they would stop every once in a while and go over to yours and be like, "Oh, that's happening, and this is happening. Well, I think you should add this thing. This change is happening." And it was like a random like a mutation to your game, like you'd see in like certain video games or even modern games. Something would change like midway through the battle that would like make it interesting, or maybe it would kind of try to rebalance, like the game's going really badly for one player. This is meant to help them stay in the game for both players' enjoyment, because if you're not playing a tournament game where there's like money on the line, prizes, you're just playing for fun. Having a really fast win because they have bad dice rolls isn't fun. That's just luck, and it just makes the game go faster, and you don't ever pack up your models in an hour because you had a good time. Not in like a full 40k battle anyways. So yeah, they tell you how to do that. For the players, how to play it, and then for the game master, kind of like stuff you can do. And they explain what the battle is, where it took place, like the history. They talk about the board, which has been made specifically for it. And as you go down, they eventually get to this is an overhead view of the game, and then you get the 2 PDFs to download. And I put these away. I don't think I'll ever use them, at least not for 9th edition. If I was going to use these, I would adapt them back to 3rd or something. And I think it's a pretty cool idea. I really wish GW would do more of this. I wish they would acknowledge their history more. they seem to be in such a rush to get new stuff out and like just get as much money out of players' pockets as possible, that I think they're just leaving money on the table, to speak their language, that is just, it's just there waiting to happen. Reprint this stuff, get it out there, do things that let us re-experience the Warhammer editions we remember. I mean, I know the new players who don't have the attachment to the old stuff aren't going to care usually, although I think some of them will. I think I've seen enough interest in Horus Heresy from players who did not play prior to 8th to know that the old rules, you know, as clunky as they could be, are not really that much clunkier than what we're seeing today because of all the bloat and stuff. And people are enjoying them, you know. I think people would enjoy this stuff too. Even if it was just like this and it was battle reports and missions that were being played with modern rule sets, but using historical, so to speak, battles. 40K is just as historical in many ways as Horus Heresy is. Horus Heresy is just more like legitimately, you know, quote unquote, a historical game because it's set 10,000 years prior to 40K, the game we play. But there's literally 35 years of Warhammer 40,000 that they could, you know, dig into and really kind of improve what they're offering, or at least supplement what they're offering for 9th edition and the upcoming 10th. So I wish they would do more of that. Anyways, that's the video. I think it's something worth looking at. If you haven't come to this Warhammer community article and checked it out, I think grabbing these PDFs is definitely something you should do. There's an example of a first edition orc, is what they called it. Yeah, first edition orc boy. How to paint it using modern paints and stuff. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. And if you think they should also be putting out this old stuff again, whether as like legitimate reprints or just having worked into the new editions, let me know, because I think this is something that, like, you know, could be fun to talk about, and something that, you know, one day hopefully GW would see it and go, oh, there's interest, and then maybe we would, you know, start seeing it happen more. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day.